We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1998 D. Washington quarter dollar. A coin that might just make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. Millions. Stick around as we explore its history, what makes it so valuable, and how you can spot one in your collection. 1. History of the 1998 D. Washington quarter host. Narration over historical images of George Washington, the Denver Mint, and quarters being struck. First, let's talk about the history behind this iconic coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to 1998, the Denver Mint struck millions of these coins. In fact, over 821 million were produced at the Denver Mint that year, making it a common coin, or so it seems. But not all 1998 D quarters are created equal. Hidden among these millions are rare varieties and errors that can skyrocket their value. Some of these coins are now worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions due to unique characteristics like minting errors, high-grade preservation, or special die varieties. 2. What makes the 1998 D quarter valuable? Look for things like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors happen during the minting process and are extremely collectible. Coins graded MS68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can sell for thousands. Why? Because finding a coin from 1998 in pristine condition is incredibly rare. Some coins develop beautiful, rainbow-like toning over time, making them even more desirable to collectors. Now here's the kicker. Legend has it that certain 1998 D quarters with extremely rare features or errors could be worth millions to the right collector or auction house. Imagine finding a coin like that in your loose change or old coin jar. So, go grab those 1998 quarters and start inspecting. Is the strike clear and flawless? Are there any visible minting errors? Is the coin's condition near perfect, MS68 or higher? Does it have unique toning or other anomalies? 4. How to get your coin evaluated. If you think you've got a valuable 1998 D quarter, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, who will assess its condition and rarity. Even if it's not worth millions, a high-grade coin could still fetch you a significant amount. 5. Fun fact: the last year before the State Quarter Series, did you know that 1998 was the final year of the classic Washington quarter design before the U.S. Mint launched the iconic 50 State Quarters program in 1999? This makes the 1998 quarters a piece of numismatic history. Closing, check your change. So what are you waiting for? Check your change, dig through those coin collections, and see if you have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Who knows? That 1998 D. Washington quarter in your hand might just change your life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin treasure hunts, and share this with your friends. They might be sitting on a fortune too. We're diving into the fascinating history, unique features, and incredible value of this remarkable coin. Stay tuned because you might just discover how to turn 25 cents into a life-changing fortune. Our story begins in 1965, a year of major changes for U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint faced a severe silver shortage due to the increasing demand for coins and rising silver prices. To address this, they made a critical decision: remove silver from quarters and dimes entirely, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change marked the end of an era for silver coins and created a unique historical moment for the Washington quarter. Now let's take a closer look at the 1965 Washington quarter. Unlike earlier coins, this quarter has no silver content, featuring a copper core with a nickel outer layer. Also, you'll notice there's no mint mark. Why? The U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks in 1965 to discourage hoarding of new coins during the transition from silver to clad coinage. Here's where things get really interesting. While most 1965 quarters were made with the new copper-nickel composition, a small number were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. These rare silver error coins are what every collector dreams of finding. How can you tell if you have one? The silver errors weigh about 6.25 grams, compared to the 5.67 grams of the clad quarters. So, grab a scale and check your change. Let's talk value. A standard 1965 quarter in circulated condition is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples or those in high grades can fetch $5 to $20 depending on their condition. But here's the game changer: those rare silver error coins. In 2019, a 1965 silver error quarter sold for an astonishing $7,800 at auction. And in pristine mint condition, these coins can be worth over $10,000 or even more. Some collectors speculate that a flawless 1965 silver quarter could break the $1 million mark. So, how can you find one of these valuable coins? Start by checking your pocket change, coin jars, and old coin collections. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin's details and a scale to check its weight. If you think you've found a silver error quarter, consult a professional coin grader to authenticate it. And remember, even if your 1965 quarter isn't silver, high-quality clad examples are still sought after by collectors. Could the next 1965 silver quarter jackpot be hiding in your pocket? Let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips. Who knows? Your next coin hunt could make you a millionaire. We're diving into a fascinating coin that could be sitting in your collection right now: the 1998 Washington $quarter coin. Not only does this coin carry a rich history, but some rare examples have fetched mind-blowing amounts. We're talking millions of dollars. Stick around to find out how and why. The 1998 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia and is part of the standard Washington quarter series. This coin was struck during a pivotal time in U.S. coinage history, right before the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. It features the classic design by John Flanagan, with President George Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse, a design used since 1932. Host on camera with visual aids. In 1998, over 896 million quarters were minted at the Philadelphia Mint. While that number may seem huge, it's what makes specific errors, varieties, and exceptional condition coins incredibly rare and highly valuable. So, why on earth could a 1998 quarter be worth millions of dollars? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Let's break it down. Mint errors, double die errors. Some 1998 quarters exhibit doubling on the lettering, such as Liberty or In God We Trust. This error occurs during the minting process and makes these coins extremely desirable. Off-center strikes. Quarters struck off-center are another collectible error that commands premium prices. High-grade examples. Coins graded MS 68 or MS 69 by grading companies like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare for this year. The better the condition, the higher the value. Unique varieties keep an eye out for coins with unusual die marks, mint anomalies, or other unique features. Collector demand. As we near the 25th anniversary of this coin, demand for well-preserved or unique 1998 quarters has skyrocketed, with some selling for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. In recent years, 1998 quarters in pristine condition have sold for extraordinary amounts at auctions. For example, a perfectly graded MS-68 coin was sold for over $5,000, while rare error coins have fetched tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the kicker: if a previously undiscovered error or variety surfaces, the value could easily hit the $1 million mark. That's why it's crucial to carefully examine every quarter in your collection. You never know if you're holding a $1 million coin. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and no scratches are far more valuable. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its exact condition and value. Always handle your coins carefully. Hold them by the edges to avoid damaging the surface. So there you have it. The 1998 Washington quarter might seem like an ordinary coin, but it has the potential to change your life if you've got the right one. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade example, or a one-of-a-kind variety, these coins are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Do you think you have a valuable 1998 quarter? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin discoveries. We're diving deep into a fascinating topic: the 2016 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. Could this coin sitting in your pocket be worth millions? Stick around because I'm about to reveal its history, value, and why collectors are hunting for this seemingly ordinary coin. The history of the 2016 P Washington quarter. The Washington Quarter series dates back to 1932, created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Fast forward to 2016, and we have the latest design featuring the iconic John Flanagan portrait of Washington on the obverse, while the reverse showcases a design from the America the Beautiful series. For those who don't know, the 2016 quarter celebrated 5 stunning locations across the United States: Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap, Harper's Ferry, Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and Fort Moultrie. These designs added a unique touch to the long-running series. The P Mint Mark. What does it mean? The P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic mints in the United States. In 2016, millions of Washington quarters were struck here. But here's where it gets exciting. Not all 2016 P quarters are created equal. There are rare errors and high-grade examples that can skyrocket their value. What makes this coin worth millions? Now let's talk about why a 2016 P Washington quarter could be worth a fortune. Here are the top factors. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These are mistakes that occur during the minting process, making coins incredibly rare. Coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC at MS67 or higher are worth significantly more. A perfect grade of MS70 is like hitting the coin collector's jackpot. In some cases, collectors have paid thousands for coins with unique luster, sharp strikes, or uncirculated condition. There's even buzz about some highly sought-after 2016 P quarters fetching astronomical prices at auctions. How to check if you have a rare 2016 P quarter first. Grab a magnifying glass or coin loop and inspect the coin's surface. Look for any signs of errors like doubling on the letters or numbers, die cracks, or unusual features. Next, check the condition. Is it pristine, free from scratches and wear? That's a good sign. Finally, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can drastically increase its value. Real-life examples of valuable 2016 P quarters. Let's look at some real-life examples. A 2016 P quarter in MS68 condition recently sold for over $2,000 at auction. Rare error coins with dramatic minting flaws have been known to fetch tens of thousands of dollars. And while reports of million-dollar sales are rare, it's not impossible for unique pieces to reach extraordinary prices, especially if demand grows among collectors. Segment 6. Tips for collectors and final thoughts. Check your spare change. Rare coins often show up where you least expect them. These are key to maximizing your coin's value. Never underestimate the power of curiosity. A little research could turn your pocket change into a small fortune. So what are you waiting for? Start hunting for that 2016 P Washington quarter in your collection. Who knows? You could be holding a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. We're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1995 D Washington quarter. Stick around to learn about its history, what makes it valuable, and why some of these coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Cut to vintage footage of the Denver Mint and historical clips of U.S. coins in production. Let's start with a little history. The 1995 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint as part of the standard Washington quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. In 1995 alone, over 1.1 billion quarters were minted in Denver, making it a relatively common year. But what sets this quarter apart? Well, its history might seem ordinary on the surface, but the devil is in the details. The Washington quarter's design features George Washington on the obverse, created by sculptor John Flanagan, and the familiar eagle on the reverse, which was standard until 1998, before the State Quarter series began. Show zoomed-in footage of the coin, highlighting details like the D mint mark and possible errors. So, why are collectors obsessed with the 1995 D Washington quarter? One word: errors. Some of these coins were struck with incredible minting errors that make them worth far more than their face value. Look out for coins with double designs on letters or numbers, especially on the obverse side, where the design isn't perfectly centered. Coins missing small parts due to improper cutting during production. Collectors also pay big bucks for quarters in pristine condition, graded as MS65 or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC. These coins showcase sharp details and no visible scratches or wear. Such high-grade 1995 D quarters are rare despite the large mintage. Show a split screen with current market prices and footage of auctions. Alright, here's what you've been waiting for. How much is a 1995 D Washington quarter actually worth? These are the ones commonly found in change. They typically sell for around 25 to 50 cents, unless there's something special about them. In higher grades, these can range from $10 to $1.50. Here's where it gets exciting. Coins with prominent errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. But wait, there's more. A near-perfect MS68 graded 1995 D quarter sold for a staggering $2,350 in a recent auction. And if a unique, one-of-a-kind error is discovered, it could push the value into the millions. Cut to a hands-on demonstration with the host inspecting coins under a magnifying glass. Check the mint mark. Look for the small D mint mark on the obverse side, near Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, misalignments, or missing details. If your coin looks flawless, consider having it graded by a professional service. And don't forget to search your coin rolls and pocket change. You never know what treasures might be hiding there. Dramatic footage of an auction house, with excited bidders raising paddles. Now, you might be wondering, how could a single 1995 D quarter be worth millions? In rare cases, unique error coins or historically significant pieces become the holy grail for collectors. For example, if a coin exhibits a never-before-seen minting anomaly or is part of an exceptionally low mintage batch, its value skyrockets due to rarity and demand. So, there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1995 D Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for this unassuming coin. It could change your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more fascinating coin stories and hidden treasures. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern numismatics, the 1989 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. This coin has a rich history, some unique characteristics, and, believe it or not, it could be worth millions of dollars. Let's get into it. Images of U.S. history, mint buildings, and the Washington quarter's evolution. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, is one of America's most iconic coins. By 1989, this coin had been in circulation for decades. The 1989 P Mint Mark Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and it was part of the standard circulation issue of that year. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features a timeless portrait of George Washington, and the reverse shows an eagle perched on a branch, symbolizing strength and pride. It's a coin that represents American history and values. Zoom in on a stack of 1989 P quarters alongside other coins from different years. Now, while the 1989 P Washington quarter wasn't produced in limited numbers, roughly 734 million were minted in Philadelphia, it is still a unique piece. The real story behind the value of these coins is in their rarity and condition. The condition of a coin can dramatically affect its value. The vast majority of 1989 P quarters are found in average or poor condition due to their time in circulation. But if you happen to come across one in gem uncirculated condition, with little to no wear, it could be worth much more than its face value. Dramatic music and a flashing text overlay? Is your coin worth millions? So, how does a regular 1989 P Mint Mark quarter go from a 25-cent coin to a possible $1 million treasure? Well, it's all about finding that rare, high-grade specimen. The coins that have been graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service and earn grades of MS 67 or higher can fetch thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. But the really extraordinary pieces, those in flawless, uncirculated condition with no visible blemishes, can reach upwards of $1 million at auction, especially if they have a significant historical provenance or unique features. Graphics appear on screen showing different grades, certifications, and auction houses. Let's break down the factors that could make your 1989 P quarter worth millions. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are the holy grail for collectors. Mint errors. Any striking or planchet errors could make your coin a one-of-a-kind piece. Coins with interesting backstories or ties to specific events can bring a premium at auction. Low mintage numbers, paired with excellent preservation, create a high demand. The camera focuses on hands examining coins with a magnifying glass. Want to know if your 1989 P Washington quarter could be worth a small fortune? Here's how to check. Start by examining the coin for wear. A coin in mint state will have sharp details, no scratches, and no visible signs of circulation. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect for any mint errors or unusual markings that could increase its value. Finally, get it professionally graded by services like NGC or PCGS. A proper grade will give you a better idea of its worth. Footage of a coin auction and a coin dealer's shop. If you're lucky enough to own a high-grade 1989 P quarter, or if you're looking to buy one, there are plenty of reputable dealers, online auctions, and marketplaces where you can find and sell these coins. Some of the most trusted auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, have seen high-quality Washington quarters sell for tens of thousands, and in some rare cases, even more. Music fades back to a cheerful tone, showing a final shot of a beautiful 1989 P Washington quarter. So, to wrap things up, while the 1989 P Mint Mark Washington quarter may seem like a common coin, there are certain specimens out there that could be worth a small fortune. If you have one in excellent condition, or even one with a mint error, your coin could become the next million-dollar discovery. We're diving deep into a coin that may be hiding right under your nose, the 1994 P Washington quarter. What's the story behind this coin? Is it worth millions of dollars? Stay tuned, because you might just have a small fortune sitting in your collection. A historical image of a U.S. mint building, followed by a 1994 Washington quarter close-up. The 1994 P Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is where the P mint mark comes from. The coin was part of the ongoing Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor our first president, George Washington. Over the decades, these coins have seen various designs and commemorative releases, but 1994 marked a year with regular circulation coins. Yet, some of them are far more interesting than you'd think. Close-up shots of both sides of a 1994 P Washington quarter, highlighting the eagle on the reverse and Washington's portrait on the obverse. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle, symbols of strength and freedom. But why is a simple quarter from 1994 worth so much? Let's break it down. A graph comparing coin values, from regular quarters to rare ones. Now, a regular 1994 P Washington quarter in circulated condition won't break the bank. You're looking at a typical value of around 25 cents, maybe a little more if it's in pristine condition. But here's the twist. As we know, certain factors can dramatically increase the value of coins, and that's exactly what makes some 1994 P Washington quarters so special. Close-up of a variety of minting errors on quarters, double die, off-center, and broad strike examples. The real money comes from rare variations and minting errors. You might have heard of some legendary errors that cause certain coins to skyrocket in value. For example, in some rare cases, the 1994 P Washington quarter was struck with a double die or showed a misaligned die, which can significantly increase its worth. If you happen to find one of these in your collection, you could be holding a coin that's worth thousands, maybe even millions of dollars, depending on its rarity and condition. A double die error means that the die struck the coin more than once, causing the image to appear doubled. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, and the rarer, the better. Person examining a quarter with a magnifying glass. So, how do you know if you have a 1994p Washington quarter worth thousands? First, check for minting errors. Look closely for signs of doubling, misalignment, or any oddities in the design. It's also a good idea to get your coin professionally graded if you suspect it might be a rare find. A high-grade quarter, even without any error, can still be worth more than its face value, especially if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, highlighting actual auction results or sales of valuable error coins. Just to give you an idea of the potential, in 2018, a 1994p Washington quarter with a rare double die error sold for over $10,000 at auction. And that's just one example of how some collectors are willing to pay big bucks for these rarities. A breakdown of potential coin values depending on condition and error type. So what's the bottom line? A typical 1994p Washington quarter is worth about a quarter. However, if you find one with a minting error or in mint condition, you could see values anywhere from hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars. Some of the rarest specimens with major errors could even fetch millions of dollars on the right market. Who would have thought that a simple 1994 quarter could be hiding such huge value? So, take a closer look at your collection. You might have a rare coin just waiting to be discovered. If you've enjoyed learning about the 1994p Washington quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin-related content. And as always, we're diving deep into a coin that may be hiding right under your nose, the 1994p Washington quarter. What's the story behind this coin? Is it worth millions of dollars? Stay tuned, because you might just have a small fortune sitting in your collection. A historical image of a U.S. mint building, followed by a 1994 Washington quarter close-up. The 1994p Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is where the P mint mark comes from. The coin was part of the ongoing Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor our first president, George Washington. Over the decades, these coins have seen various designs and commemorative releases, but 1994 marked a year with regular circulation coins. Yet, some of them are far more interesting than you'd think. Close-up shots of both sides of a 1994p Washington quarter, highlighting the eagle on the reverse and Washington's portrait on the obverse. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle, symbols of strength and freedom. But why is a simple quarter from 1994 worth so much? Let's break it down. A graph comparing coin values, from regular quarters to rare ones. Now, a regular 1994p Washington quarter in circulated condition won't break the bank. You're looking at a typical value of around 25 cents, maybe a little more if it's in pristine condition. But here's the twist. As we know, certain factors can dramatically increase the value of coins, and that's exactly what makes some 1994p Washington quarters so special. Close-up of a variety of minting errors on quarters, double die, off-center, and broad strike examples. The real money comes from rare variations and minting errors. You might have heard of some legendary errors that cause certain coins to skyrocket in value. For example, in some rare cases, the 1994p Washington quarter was struck with a double die or showed a misaligned die, which can significantly increase its worth. If you happen to find one of these in your collection, you could be holding a coin that's worth thousands, maybe even millions of dollars, depending on its rarity and condition. A double die error means that the die struck the coin more than once, causing the image to appear doubled. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, and the rarer, the better. Person examining a quarter with a magnifying glass. So, how do you know if you have a 1994p Washington quarter worth thousands? First, check for minting errors. Look closely for signs of doubling, misalignment, or any oddities in the design. It's also a good idea to get your coin professionally graded if you suspect it might be a rare find. A high-grade quarter, even without any error, can still be worth more than its face value, especially if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, highlighting actual auction results or sales of valuable error coins. Just to give you an idea of the potential, in 2018, a 1994 P Washington quarter with a rare double die error sold for over $10,000 at auction. And that's just one example of how some collectors are willing to pay big bucks for these rarities. A breakdown of potential coin values depending on condition and error type. So what's the bottom line? A typical 1994 P Washington quarter is worth about a quarter. However, if you find one with a minting error or in mint condition, you could see values anywhere from hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars. Some of the rarest specimens with major errors could even fetch millions of dollars on the right market. Who would have thought that a simple 1994 quarter could be hiding such huge value? So, take a closer look at your collection. You might have a rare coin just waiting to be discovered. If you've enjoyed learning about the 1994 P Washington quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin-related content. And as always, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable Washington quarter dollar coins, the 1981 P Mint Mark quarter. You might be wondering, what's so special about a quarter from the 1980s? Well, stick around because this coin has some incredible history, surprising value, and can even be worth millions. Let's get into it. Before we talk about the worth of this coin, let's start with its history. The 1981 Washington quarter was minted during a time of transition. It was the early 1980s, and the U.S. economy was going through some major changes. This coin was part of a series that continued the Washington quarter tradition, which has been in circulation since 1932. In 1981, the U.S. was dealing with high inflation, a struggling job market, and interest rates through the roof. But despite all of this, the U.S. Mint was still producing millions of coins each year to keep the economy running smoothly. The 1981 P Mint Mark quarter was produced in Philadelphia, which is why it has the P Mint mark, unlike quarters from other years that might have D for Denver or no mint mark at all. Okay, so why are these quarters so valuable? Most people would think it's just a regular coin from the 80s, right? But that's where the story gets interesting. You see, while most 1981 P quarters are worth face value, just 25 cents, there are certain rare varieties that can be worth significantly more. Cut to a zoomed-in shot of a 1981 P quarter under a magnifying glass, highlighting the details. Host, voiceover. One of the key reasons this coin can be worth so much has to do with minting errors. For example, there have been reports of 1981 P quarters with double die errors, where the image of George Washington appears more than once due to a problem in the minting process. Here's an example of what you should look for. These double die errors make the coin much more valuable, with some of these quarters selling for thousands of dollars, sometimes even more depending on their condition. Imagine finding one of these rare coins just by going through your pocket change. In fact, in recent years, high-grade 1981 P Mint Mark quarters have sold for upwards of $1 million at auctions, particularly the ones with unique errors. That's right, this quarter, which you might have dismissed as just another coin, can fetch a fortune if it's the right kind. Now, finding a valuable 1981 P Washington quarter isn't easy. It takes a trained eye, a bit of luck, and sometimes a lot of patience to come across one of these error coins. But here's a pro tip for you. Always inspect the edges and faces of your coins, especially if they look a little different from others. Coins with a double die error will have noticeable, even a slightly blurred image of George Washington, which makes them stand out. So, if you're a serious collector or just starting out, always keep an eye out for the 1981 P Mint Mark quarter. Even in good condition, these coins can be worth more than you think. And if you get lucky with an error coin, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Now you know why the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is more than just pocket change. With its rich history, the potential for error coins, and the chance to find one worth millions, this is definitely a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. We're uncovering the mysteries of the 1995 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin, a piece of history that could be worth millions. Stay tuned as we explore its story, rarity, and what makes it so special in the coin collecting world. Let's start with a quick overview of this iconic coin. The 1995 P Washington quarter is part of the long-standing series that features George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Struck by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, the P Mint mark signifies it was produced there. But it's not just any ordinary quarter. This coin has some surprises that could make you a lot of money. To understand the significance of the 1995p Washington quarter, let's take a step back in time. Washington quarters were first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, the design has undergone several changes, but the 1995 version is particularly interesting for a few reasons. The 1995 coin was minted during a period of relative stability in U.S. coinage. However, as we'll see, certain factors make the 1995p stand out as an anomaly in the series. It's the combination of its historical value and its rarity that has collectors and investors interested. So, what makes the 1995p Washington quarter so valuable? The first thing to note is its mintage numbers. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced just over 1.4 billion quarters, which, on the surface, seems like a lot. But it's important to note that not all coins are created equal. Some of these quarters are in pristine condition, and this is where the magic happens. Coins with higher grades, like those in mint state or uncirculated condition, are significantly more valuable, especially if they have rare errors or other unique traits. Now, if you've been around the coin collecting world for a while, you know that error coins can be the holy grail for collectors. The 1995p Washington quarter is no exception. Some of these coins were struck with die errors, such as die cracks or off-center strikes, making them highly sought after. These unique errors are a big reason why certain 1995p quarters can sell for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. In rare cases, some of these coins with extreme errors have been known to reach values of up to $1 million or more. So, let's get down to the big question. How much is your 1995p Washington quarter really worth? Well, the value depends on a few things like its condition and whether it has any errors. In general, a well-preserved, uncirculated 1995p quarter can be worth anywhere from $10 to $50. But if you're holding a rare error coin, you're looking at a completely different ballgame. Some of these error coins have sold for over $50,000 at auctions, and if you have one in perfect mint condition with a major error, you could be looking at a value that reaches up to $1 million. So, how do you identify a 1995p Washington quarter that could be worth a fortune? Here's what to look for. Look for a quarter in uncirculated or mint state condition. These coins have sharp details, no wear, and minimal imperfections. Check for die errors, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or cracks in the die. The more pristine and rare the coin, the higher the value. Coins with unique features can be worth far more than standard issues. Things up, the 1995p Washington quarter is a valuable coin with an intriguing history, and it could be worth a lot more than you think, especially if you have one with a rare error. If you find one of these in your pocket change or coin jar, make sure you check it out closely. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be worth millions, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment below about your favorite coins. See you next time on